What's up?
Hi.
Tyler, Keith, Sam, Plugged On. It's end of the year festivities for 2019. We're going to be doing our top 10 songs in this video of 2019.
Mm-hmm. Got a couple more lined up then, but...
Yeah, so we had songs, movies. There's going to be separate album of the year lists from all three of us, so make sure you check all that stuff out. It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
But yeah, doing a little later than usual, but to be honest with you, I'm okay with that because I really needed the time to just get caught up with shit.
Yeah.
And, like, just listen to a ton of stuff that from the earlier in the year that I just, like, if we would have done them when we typically did them, I would have been not as prepared, I guess. So I think everything just worked out. And maybe moving forward, this might be like the time we do them.
There was a couple when we get to albums. There was a couple albums, like maybe 2 or 3 that were like crunched. It's like, oh yeah, right, these came out, and I haven't listened to them in 6 months. I should probably listen to them. So
yeah, that kind of happened with me too. So, anyways, let's get into it. We got fucking 10 songs each. Why don't we just sneak down? So start with you, 10, and
alright, I'll try to keep it
snaking around.
pretty quick for the most part. I mean, probably my top songs I'll get into a little bit more because I think we'll kind of enjoy our top songs the most.
yeah.
Number 10, I had Earthquake by Tyler, the Creator. Love his beats, love his style. Love Tyler, the Creator.
Alright, cool.
Simple, quick.
Number 10, I have A New Color from Astronoid. Astronoid's kind of an interesting band, younger band. I've heard them described as dream thrash, so they use a lot of different tempos, but their vocals are definitely very dreamlike and very calming, and then they throw a lot of melody into it. And A New Color, I think, is by far the best song on their album. It's very different and unique. I like it a lot.
I have, for number 10, I have Welcome to the Garden State by Overkill. It's a punk rock song, basically, that they put on their most recent album. And I fucking love how in your face this album is, and just how kind of simplistic it is. And I think the thing is, the vocals are like some of the catchiest vocals that like Overkill's put out. Just the whole thing. It's just I just love the way that I just love the way the song sounds, because the production on the album really accentuates the song. You know, it makes it really work. Am I doing 9 then?
Yeah.
Cool. And then number 9, I have Humanicide by Death Angel.
That song's so good. I must put it on my list.
Yeah, Humanicide's really good. It's just pure in your face Death Angel. I think probably maybe one of my favorite Death Angel songs they've ever put out, especially with this album. This album's probably my favorite Death Angel album that they've done.
It's grown on me a lot. My favorite part in Humanicide is when they come back to the last verse, and the guitars just kind of do its own thing, and then the drums go bam, 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 and then it just busts in the whole thing. Oh my god, it's so good.
The song's just like 90 miles an hour from start to finish. So
yeah. My number 9, I have Slave Species of the Gods from Blood Incantation, which is fucking hard, but this band is really interesting. They're a death metal band, and they infuse like a lot of technical playing with an old school sound and even old school riffage, but then really bring in a lot of progressive elements and just a lot of weird stuff. And this song kind of sums up this band to me. The vocals are great. The guitar work is just fucking out of this world, and a lot of really great riffage as well. It's one I like to put on to get pumped up. So, very good. It's your number 9.
Number 9. I'm going to change this. My number 9 is Heartless by The Weeknd. There's an amazing singer, probably I'd say safe to say my favorite pop style singer.
Yeah, he's good.
Amazing voice. What's the lyric? Call me up, turn that pussy to a faucet. In the song. Highlight of the song. Yeah, that's my number 9, Heartless by The Weeknd. My number 8 is Paradise and Plague by Counterparts. Kind of standard Counterpart song, what they've been doing the past couple of years. I mean, they write good music. I mean, they're still same style as they've been the past couple of years. Nothing too new. Sort of a singy chorus a little bit. Really good. Catchy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good counterparts. And I love counterparts, so I mean, it's not a knock against them.
Yeah. I find it kind of funny. I have Separate Wounds from Counterparts at number 8 for me. I love this song a lot, and my favorite part of this song is when they come back to the second verse and kind of the breakdowns there with the other guitar on top of it, and just, yeah, it's just an excellent song with a really catchy chorus. I was into Counterparts when they kind of started to come out in like 2011, 2012, and I kind of fell off of them. But I don't know. This album, I know it's like Counterparts doing what they do. This album has just hit me so hard. It's one of my favorites of the year. There's so many good songs on it, and the lyrics are really fantastic to this one as well. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites of the year.
My number 8, I have Fafnir's Gold from Amon Amarth. Maybe the best opening track. One of the best opening tracks that I've heard for like an album for the year for me. I just like how everything from the build up, starts with the acoustic guitar and then it kind of busts in, and it's the choruses. Amon Amarth has good choruses. I mean, they have choruses down to a formula, but it works because all their choruses sound the same. But that's not a knock against them. It works, and I just love like just the aggression and whatnot that goes on for this whole song. 7, right? That's where we're at? 7. I have Glory Hammer by Glory Hammer. Yeah, this song's catchy. So this song was one that it took a while to grow on me, just because I don't know. I Glory Hammer is a cheesy band, but I'm like, this might be a little. I don't know, for whatever reason I was like, this might be a little much. But then I don't know. I really like it, especially just because with like the main riff, and again the catchy choruses and whatnot. So, and yeah, it's just a fun song. I like the vocals are really, because I mean that's the main thing that sells me for Glory Hammer anyway. But it's the vocals that really sell me on this song. Yeah,
the verse is so good in that song. I love it. My number 7 is Puncture Wounds by Gatecreeper. This is probably has one of the most like, all right, let's fucking go, jump in the pit sort of riffs I've heard in a long time in death metal or thrash. And it just, Gatecreeper is so interesting to me because they take an old school style of death metal and just take it to another level in terms of their production and just overall intensity. And Puncture Wounds is like the track off their new album that just gets me every time it comes on. I just love its aggression and overall just chaos. It's very good. And what's cool about it too is Gatecreeper, they do a lot more slower stuff a lot of times, but this song is a real energetic for them, which is cool. So
my number 7
yeah
is Hallucinations by Paris. I was hoping they would put out an album this year. They kind of just put out, I guess, 4 or 5, I forgot how many songs, but basically an EP. It's been interesting seeing this band like grow over the year and kind of change their style from like more rock and people comparing them to like Paramore a lot to more of like finding their own sound, which I really felt they found with like the couple of songs that they put out, and it makes me want like a full album. Just really excited for what they got going on in the future. But really good song, really upbeat, really kind of takes their like the typical like tone that they sort of have, like a darker tone of music, but mixing it with like a more upbeat sounding music, which I thought was really cool, pretty creative. But I liked it a lot. Good song. Number 6, I have Last Day Under the Sun by Volbeat. One of like, not that they haven't written like more poppy songs before, more pop sounding songs, but this is like one of the most pop songs I feel like they've had, and it really surprised me. I didn't know like when the song came out. I just randomly heard it one day and I was like, is that Volbeat? I wasn't sure, but the singing kind of gave it away because of like, they have their own style of singing. But yeah, it's a really catchy song.
Yeah, if I gave an award for the catchiest song of 2019, it's that one by a million miles. Like, as soon as someone says Last Day Under the Sun, that chorus is just stuck in your head forever.
Yeah. It's even so like catchy. But yeah, that's my number 6.
Mm-hmm. My number 6 is, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, is it Stahlfagel from Soilwork? It's like,
Is it?
I don't know.
It could be.
I don't. I know it's a different language, I guess, but I absolutely fucking love this song, and I love mostly just the vocals and the chorus. That chorus is just so huge sounding, but it just puts a smile on my face every time I hear it. Has great like sing along factor to it, and also that guitar riff is really catchy and kind of weird that they use during the verse, and just the whole song is just put together really well. And yeah, this is it was kind of hard. I knew I was going to have a Soilworks song on this list. It was hard to choose which one off their new album because they're all so fucking good. But I think this is the one that I felt like I came back to the most off that album this year. So it's my number 6.
Okay, so I gotta pull up so I can get all the people who was on this song's name. My number 6 is "Blow" by Ed Sheeran with Chris Stapleton and Bruno Mars. I heard this song surprisingly was on like 105.7, and it is maybe up there with like with one other song on my list, like maybe the catchiest song I've heard all year. It's got like the riff's got a nice groove to it. It's kind of it's really catchy, bob your head to it, and it's just a fun like big song in some ways, and they which it just kind of goes. It's a short like pop song, but it has like an edge to it, which is really nice to hear from an artist like Ed Sheeran, because I think of more of The Shape of You and songs like that, or songs when I think Ed Sheeran. So, but it's nice that you got a little bit of a range and you can put out songs like this, and also having Bruno Mars. And I've never heard of Chris Stapleton personally, but I mean he's just good on the track, so it's cool. Number 5, I have "Breathe" by Helvetii from their album. I really like this song. It's probably it's not probably it's my favorite song from the album, and granted, it's your by the book Helvetii song, but I think the thing that sells it to me is, my God, that might be the best chorus I've heard all year. Mm-hmm. It's a really good chorus, and I think that especially the I don't even what the folk elements underneath the metal riff. That's what Helvetii does, but I feel like it just works really super well, even though they're and that's kind of their style. The guitar is very simplistic over top of it, but I just think it just works, and it's just, again, it's another great catchy song. So yeah,
it's a good song. My number 5, gotta get the cheese in here. I have "The Last Dragonborn" by Dragon Force. I fucking love this song. It's probably not one of the best songs of the year, but I love, especially with this album as a whole, that Dragon Force just fucking went for it with even more cheese and than they've ever really had, but I think it works a lot of times. And "Last Dragonborn," I love the chorus because it's a typical power metal chorus that's just really well put together, but then they kind of bring in some kind of like Japanese sounding elements to it, and then the guitar riffs are fucking excellent, and it's not Dragonborn just kind of jerking off on their guitars like they have done in the past. It's them kind of slowing things down a little bit, but I like this song a lot. And yeah, the song always reminds me of helping you move, because I was listening to the shit out of this album when we were doing that, and so it always brings back memories. So it's number 5.
Number 5, I had "Nihilist Blues" by Bring the Horizon. It's a song we did with Grimes. It's like up to date, the most, I guess in a way, ambitious, but like trying something new song that they've done. That they have sort of dabbled in more electronic style stuff, but I thought the song was really good. It has a really good chorus. It's really catchy the whole way through. I thought Grimes is the perfect artist to kind of collaborate on a song like this with. She fits in really well. I just really enjoyed how much I feel like this song stuck out of the album. Where like a lot of their other songs were good, the album as a whole felt like it had a certain tone to it, but then the song was kind of different, and I don't know, like maybe that helped it stick out a little bit more to me, but also just really like the song.
Didn't they just put out another album?
They put out a song. They had a song that was on, or something to do with Death Stranding. They had a song that had something to do with that as part of the soundtrack or something. I don't know. I didn't play the game, but yeah, but yeah, they just had that song. Number 4 for me is The Nurturing Glance by Soilwork, which I fucking love that song. Like the main riff they have is that like old school, like just cutting riff. Again, a chorus that's just amazing. The whole album is full of just chorus after chorus after chorus of fucking amazing songs. But just something about that riff to me stuck out in the song that I was listening to it over and over and over and over again. But to be honest, it could be a toss up between this and like 3 or 4 other songs. To be honest,
yeah.
Fantastic album.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
My number 4 is Nero Forte from Slipknot. To me, this is the song on Slipknot's album that just, like, I love their new album as a whole, but this is the one that kind of brings back some of that classic Slipknot aggression to it, and but then also adding that kind of new flavor to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the middle section is probably the standout section of this song, with kind of the breakdown. Everything's kind of going insane. Corey Taylor's coming in just screaming a bunch of shit over top of it, and the first time I heard it I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But then they have like a really just catchy chorus with different types of vocals that for Slipknot, in my opinion, and I just think the whole thing just comes together really well. And I feel like that's probably some of the best that Slipknot has done in recent memory to me is this song.
My number 4, I have Sworn Apart from Mark Morton's album, featuring Jacoby Shaddix.
Yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce his name. The dude from Papa Roach. Man, like, it sort of like kind of what you guys were saying about Soilwork. I really like this album, and so then it was difficult to try to figure out a song that I wanted from this album. And I kind of went with this one because it was maybe the most surprising song on the album. You hear that he does a song with Randy Bly, and they can do stuff, and that the
shout out to the song with Chester
Bennington. It's like that, like, that's going to be a good song. The song he does with Miles Kennedy is going to be a good song, and stuff like that. But I feel like this one was the most surprising, and like I really like the main riff that goes underneath the chorus, and then also underneath the verse, and then I really like the chorus to this thing. I think his vocals fit really, really well with this style. It's almost like if Mark Morton does like another album, I hope he does another collaboration with him, just because I really like this song. So, number 3, I have Unsainted by Slipknot. I think it's the fact that I like more so. I'm of like 2 polar opposites with Slipknot. I like Iowa, or I'm like, boom, let's do All Hope Is Gone. You know what I mean? So like, that's the sort of like thing. And this is more like the very catchy side of Slipknot. And I really like, the chorus is great, but also like, the chorus is super catchy, but I like that even the verse has a little bit of an edge to it, and that's sort of nice. This is like the first song that they put out from the album, and this was like, boom, this was sort of like a good punch in the face to get you prepared for it. So, yeah.
Yeah. My number 3 is When a Demon Defiles a Witch from Whitechapel. To me, this is by far Whitechapel's best album in a long time, and I like how this song starts off with a little bit different atmosphere to it, some clean guitars and bass going on, but then, really bust in with that Whitechapel heaviness and Phil Bozeman on vocals, but then you have kind of the middle section that really takes this song to another level, and Phil's clean singing, I think, works better than it did on their previous album, and just the whole atmosphere of this song is really well done. And if this is the way Whitechapel's going to go, I'm all down, because this is the whole album as a whole, but especially this song is by far the most exciting writing that Whitechapel has done in a long time to me, because they kind of got a little stale, a little too overproduced, but this kind of brings some of that back. So,
my number 3 was Unsainted, also. Extremely good song.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great balance. I think that personally, I feel like Slipknot is sort of hasn't had maybe at their last couple of albums. I mean, yes and no, but like a balance of a great catchy chorus, but also still being Slipknot throughout the song. And I feel like this is a little bit more of like, I mean, it is who Slipknot is now, but it is the song. I felt was a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit of old Slipknot. I felt in there, like the like the aggression, I don't know, just kind of not really holding back in the music, but yeah, it's still who Slipknot is now, and I can really appreciate that. But yeah, the whole song is. I don't feel like there's any part in the song I feel like the song could do without this or without that. I felt like the whole song, it just feels complete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really easy to get stuck in your head.
I think the thing with Slipknot's album, and I love Unsane It Too. I mean, that's my most listened to song on Spotify this year. But this album in particular has more songs that I want to listen to for sure than their previous one.
Yeah.
Than The Gray Chapter. And The Gray Chapter isn't terrible by any means, but even its biggest song, The Devil and I just feel doesn't even compare to Unsane It Too. That's just my opinion, of course. But the album as a whole is just so much more exciting.
Yeah, I feel like there are more songs that feel more complete instead of like, oh, I like this part, but this part, or like, you know.
Yeah.
But I even felt like there was a couple songs on All Hope Is Gone that were kind of like that just kind of got lost in the fold of the rest of the album. But yeah, I feel like this album was a pretty overall really solid one.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Yep.
Number 2, I have Fades Away by Avicii, which is the last song on the album that was released this year, which, in a couple months, it'll be 2 years since he died. Which is kind of like, this is the album that came out after he died. Kind of like, I don't know, it really made you, not that you couldn't like value his musicianship and like ear for music before, but it really kind of made you a lot more grateful for the music that he put out. Especially this song, just kind of what it represents, like lyrically. I don't know, it kind of gets you. It's a bit of a tearjerker, but it's like uplifting at the same time. Like it's a meaningful song, which really represents a lot of his music. But yeah, just like, I don't know, really special song that kind of really stuck with me. I think will stick with me for a long time.
Cool. My number 2, bringing the cheese back, but it's a song that I just fucking love from this year, and that's Sweet True Lies from Beast in Black.
Yeah.
This song is so catchy and so much fun to listen to, and the verses just have such a awesome groove to them that just kind of gets your head bobbing and you want to just crank it up. And the chorus is just so fucking good. And Beast in Black, to me, when they put everything together, they are one of the best bands in power metal, like period, hands down, because they can bring the riffs and then bring the chorus, and their choruses are fucking good.
Yeah.
And this song is no exception. I absolutely adore everything about this song. So
They're from Finland. Oh.
yeah.
Okay, so probably maybe the most like earbug catchiest song of the year. Like it just gets in there. Circles by Post Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. God, that song is
very good.
It's good, especially the chorus. But I think the thing that's like cannot be stated enough about this song is that the song is good, and then the bass line kicks in. Like the intro starts, and then it's done.
It's just like an instant smile on my face every time I listen to it. At least
it's just like
so
it's just so catchy. And it was. I mean, I sort of went back and forth a lot between this and Sunflower and the song he did with Ozzy, because all 3 of those songs are really good. But I feel like this is like definitely probably the biggest song out of all those 3. I mean, he played it during the whole New Year's Eve thing on Times Square. So, but like, yeah, I was not like didn't really. This is a song that kind of got me into Post Malone, I guess, because like I listened to him a little bit. I didn't really listen to him before, but like, yeah, I'm a believer now.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I haven't heard that song?
Oh my god!
all right. We're gonna.
I don't know. I haven't heard. I don't really like Post Malone.
We have to play it after this.
Yeah,
I haven't heard
yeah,
it.
we have to put it on. it might be one of those songs you go, I think I heard this somewhere.
I feel like I haven't.
Yeah, it's huge.
I don't know. I've never really been
good.
the biggest Post Malone fan, but
That's fair.
I don't know. I feel like I would have heard it.
I don't sit down and listen to Post Malone a lot.
Stand
but,
up and listen.
Yeah. But like, if he's on, I don't mind, and I really do like his hits a lot. Like a lot of his bigger songs, you know, call me stereotypical, but I think they're just really well done.
Yeah.
So, to number 1,
Sweet True Lies by Beast and Black.
All
I
right.
also have my God, the song is catchy.
Yes.
I think it's I'll bullet point everything Tyler said. It's got riffs. It's got the catchy chorus. I think it's also just like, it's got like just the big feeling to it. Like anytime there's like an accent or whatever on like a beat or like a word or something, it just hits really hard. Like hard for a power metal band. Like it's not like, you know, anything compared to like some sort of like a death metal band or a metalcore band or anything like that. But I just think that, yeah, like you said, Beast in Black on all cylinders is the most fun power metal band out there. I think that they can compete with Primal Fear.
It comes down between them and Glory Hammer when they're both firing on all cylinders. Like, who's the most fun to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's with them, and then like in terms of just being like an actual like the best power metal band, I think these guys rival Primal Fear because I think Primal Fear is top tier. And these guys are like also top tier, but maybe not quite as top tier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I agree with you on that statement, and all the power metal fans out there are probably fucking crying right now. Of like, what about Blind Guardian or Stratovarius? And I love those bands too, but damn, Primal Fear.
Listen to
Glory
this.
Hammer,
Listen to these.
So
albums.
good. Yeah. My number 1 is Trapped in the Grasp of a Memory by Knocked Loose. Knocked Loose, this is their album A Different Shade of Blue is by far the album that hit me the hardest this year, and kind of no pun intended because this band's just so fucking heavy. But this is the song that just, every time it starts with like a death metal snare sort of thing, like ba 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 ba, and it's like, all right, let's fucking go. And just the vocals are just so in your face and so pissed off, and the way they just transition from one section to the next, you wouldn't think that it would work, but it works so many times, and it's just endless, just insanity and just full force of their sound in your face at all times. And this is a song to me that kind of sums up Knocked Loose and this album. Yeah, that's my favorite song of the year for sure. I never would have thought that I would have had a hardcore band as my favorite, but damn, these guys, they're just kind of irresistible to me.
Check.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't remember the band.
Yeah, to me, this album and this song is the closest that I get of like when of just getting pumped up when it gets put on. It's the closest anything has been since Power Trip has come out. Like with Nightmare Logic, like I just absolutely cannot get enough of this album and this song in particular. So it's number 1 song.
My number 1, I was thinking about going with like my Spotify number 1 song because it's the song I'm listening to the most. I really like it, but I'm actually going with a different song by the band Gin by Northlane, which I feel like is the song I've been waiting for them or from them for a couple of years now since Marcus joined the band as taking over the singing duties. As a song, it's new. It's not like a combination of their old sound and their new, but it's taking the level of heaviness that they used to have and really applying it to what they're doing now while maintaining the sound they have now, which I really like. Like, the lyrics are amazing. It's got a lot of meaning behind every song on this album. There's a hell of a lot of meaning behind it. It's extremely heavy. The chorus is really catchy. Marcus's singing is amazing. He gets, I don't know the word, feisty with his vocal sound, vicious. It's just, I feel like this is a great song to really say like this is North Lane. It shows off a little bit of like everything they can do well, and even like the later part of the song, it gets kind of like weird and like funky a little bit. Like it works. It's weird, but the breakdowns in the song are some of the heaviest I've ever heard. They work so well. It's not like there's a build up to the breakdown. It just kind of like it hits you out of nowhere. Like the floor comes out from under you. It's like they just sneak it in there and it works. And it's like the drumming's amazing, guitars are amazing, vocals are amazing. That just works on all fronts, I think.
Yeah.
Big fan of this album.
I don't listen to North Lane a lot, but I did listen to that and did dig the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like, for what they are trying to do, I think they do it very well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any other quick shout-outs you guys want to throw out?
The Great War by Sabaton.
Yeah.
That was almost on my list. That's a good one.
Death Atlas from Cattle Decapitation for me is excellent. Trying to think. Glory Hammer, but their self-titled song is another one that I thoroughly enjoyed this year a lot. Blinded from As I Lay Dying is the most classic As I Lay Dying song they've done. Shout out to Unleashed from Killswitch Engage. I liked a lot.
Shaped by Fire, As I Lay Dying.
Yeah,
it's a good one. I agree. Unleashed is a real good song from them. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I can't think of really anything else that came out.
Probably one of my favorite just radio rock songs I heard all year is The Hunted from Saint Asonia, which is Adam. He was the singer of 3 Days Grace. I forget his last name.
Yeah.
It's his band, but he Sully Erna's on this song, and it is so catchy. It's so well done.
I remember. I forgot about that song.
Yeah. There's a couple other pretty good songs on their album. It's not bad for what they're trying to go for. Shout out to Fit for an Autopsy with fucking so many songs. The Sea of Tragic Beasts is amazing. Warfare is like a good song to like fucking kill a cat to. There's so many fucking excellent songs. Mirrors is amazing. Your Pain Is Mine. That album just fucking jams. Probably my least favorite song I heard all year is Sober from Bad Wolves. I'll just say that too.
Yeah, not a good song.
That is that is straight up like Chad Kroeger gave them a recording and said, "You can have this song." It is like so Nickelback. It just like kind of pisses me off. Not that I'm the biggest Bad Wolves fan in the world, but it's just like you could not sound closer to Nickelback.
Like their first album had so much potential, and now they squandered it away.
I'm like, oh god, couldn't stand it. Yeah.
Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wait, I guess
that version I think came out this year.
Yeah. That song is catchy. I'll give you that. I don't know if it's
I fucking hate that song. I was just saying it for
I don't know if it's a good song. It's catchy. I'll give it that.
Song.
It's like an earwig. Again, it just gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, but I had to hear it enough at work to the point I fucking can't stand it.
That's fair.
I don't really dig her or this song, but shout out to Billie Eilish for Bad Guy. Oh my god, that song is catchy though.
At least the
goofy part.
Yeah.
and then you have some fucking like there needs to be more bass at the end of that song. That bass drop shit they're trying to do is like except it's just really it's weak pussy shit. Like it needs to completely fuck you in the mouth, and it doesn't. It sucks. Makes me mad every time I hear it. I'm like, this could just sound so much better. But yeah, there is some fucking good music in 2019. I like.
There's a good bit of good music.
Enter Sandman
I don't
by
know
John Lennon.
I don't even know like just because when I was doing that, I don't even know if I listened to a bad album this year personally.
Yeah, there wasn't as many that I was like disappointed with, for sure, this year. I also the sexiest song I heard this year that isn't even a 2019 song, just the first time I heard it this year, fucking Nasty Girl by Biggie. Have you guys heard that song?
Biggie Smalls?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
That song is hot. Jesus. So yeah.
I was walking around New York, and we went to Strawberry Fields, where John
Yeah.
Lennon was shot,
Okay.
Oh.
and like halfway there,
Oh no.
something in my head switched, and I started calling him Paul McCartney, and my girlfriend didn't stop me, and I just kept saying, like, we walked up and there was this big crowd of people taking pictures on like the little thing on the ground. I'm like, oh, this is where Paul McCartney was shot. And someone turned to me and was like, you're ignorant. I'm like, no, this is where he was shot. Like, what am I supposed to say? It's like, it's John Lennon. I'm like, oh yeah, right. The other one.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's not my fault. I don't really listen to the Beatles.
Me either.
She wanted to see it, not me. I wanted to dab in front of Trump Tower. That's all I wanted to do.
You got what you wanted.
I wanted to find it. I didn't know. I don't know if there's a Church of Scientology in New York City. There probably is, right?
I would assume
I'm
so.
gonna go back sometime. I'm gonna dab in front of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Last time, well, not last time I was in New York. One of the times I was in New York City, I had a bunch of Scientology people like yelling in my face.
Oh,
they were
really?
like protesting or whatever. And they're like, come join our church, and I'm like, fuck you.
God.
Tom Cruise is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what your favorite songs of 2019 were. See you later.